Hello guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we will be learning about the Windows command line utility, also known as the CMD. If this is your first time hearing about the CMD, well, don't worry, I will be covering some basic and powerful command that anyone can use in the CMD, even if this is your first time. So be calm and let's get started. Alright guys, welcome to the practical demonstration of this video. So we are going to begin by opening up the Windows command prompt by typing the CMD. Alright, I'm going to run as administrator, accept the user account control, and we are in the terminal. So the first command, and in my opinion the most important command, is the help. Alright, this displays some of the command that we can run. Okay, I'm going to clear the screen by typing the CLS. The next command would be to get the information about the IP or the gateway. So we can type in the IP config to get information about the network. Alright, as you can see, we have a few information here. There is also an option to get the complete information or getting a detailed information about the network adapter by adding the /or like this. As you can see, we got more information and the host name as well, the local domain this device is part of, and a few other informations. Moving on to the next command, the cd command, which change directory or print the current working directory like this. As we are in the C Windows System 32. Let's try and change directory. Okay, I'll say cd. Let's go to the users. We are currently in the users. As you can see, we have successfully changed our directory to the users directory. So now we can list the content of a directory by typing in the dir command. Of course, we have a user. We have our user here, ghost.mbyte, and a public directory as well. Okay, well, we could try to get more information about the system. Okay, by getting information about the host name, the RAM, OS, BIOS, update, and etc. So we can do that by typing the system information command like sys system info. As you can see, it is loading every possible information we can get. For example, we have the host name, which is Homeland, the OS name, Microsoft Windows 11 Pro, the OS version, the manufacturer, the configuration, the build type, and the registered owners. All right. We also have the BIOS information, the Windows directory, and possibly the domain that the device is part of. As you can see here, it is part of the Nbyte.local, and the logon server is DC1. This is really nice. We can also learn about the users, about the user that we are currently at. For example, who am I? Typing the who am I command. We are actually Nbyte Ghost. Ghost is the user that we are currently at. Alright guys, moving on. Let's test some network connectivities or network troubleshooting command. The first one is going to be ping to test if a host in our network is reachable. So the ping, I will ping a host in my network. The ping has started. As you can see, the destination host is unreachable. Alright, let's try and ping a host on the internet. Let's ping a Cloudflare public DNS server and see if we can get a response. So the IP address is 1.1.1. Okay, we got a reply. The public DNS server of Cloudflare is reachable. The next is to get our MAC address. So if that interests you, so there's a command called the get MAC, which is self-explanatory. So it actually displays our MAC address. This is the MAC address of this device, the physical address. Okay, and we can also get our app table. To get our app MAC address table, we can type in the app-a, which displays our app table. Okay, there's another useful DNS command, which is ns lookup. It is to get the IP address of a DNS or a website. So let's test and see let's test with the Cloudflare website and see if we can get the address. So clear the screen. We are going to use the command ns lookup. cloudflare.com. All right, this is our gateway or the router. The website we requested is cloudflare.com, and these are the addresses from Cloudflare. Okay guys, let's also look at some of the commands to list running processes and services. So the first one will be to list some of the running process. So I'm going to be using task list. So like this, what we are looking for are service, and we want to filter for the running processes. All right, then the status would be equals to running. Okay, these are some of the processes that are running. You can also either maybe key them if you want, or do whatever you want with them. Now with the sc command, we can communicate with the services and query for active services. So let's query for some of the active services. Okay, now we are going to use sc query. All right, this is going to query for all active services. Okay, as we can see here, there are some services that are running. All right, we can also query for a specific service. For example, let's say sc query for WinDefend or the Windows Defender, right? So we can see the Windows Defender is running. We can query for any services of our choice. So for example, let's query the spooler service to see if it's running. Xc query spooler. Of course it's running. We can either manipulate it, we can stop, start, or do whatever you want with the service. Let's try and stop it. Okay, stop spooler. Then let's query for the service. As you can see, it is stopped. We can also restart if we want. So like this, st start spooler. It has started. Let's verify if it's running. Of course it's running. So you can interact and manipulate any service, of course with the right permission. All right, we also have some other tools that scan for files. For example, the SFC that is scanning. So we are using it to scan for any possible corrupted file and also repair the file system. As you can see, it has started, so it's going to take some time to complete. All right, let's wait a little bit and see if it was able to identify any corrupted file. All right, it seems the scan is 100% complete and everything is okay. So we don't have any file integrity violation. So it seems our file system is good. So the next step is to check for the disk as well. So we are going to use the check disk to check for any disk error. So let's quickly do that as well. All right, it has started. So this is going to take some time, and I'm going to pause this video and resume when the scan is over. Okay, as we can see, the scan is over. It seems everything is good. We don't have any problem. It has successfully checked our disk and everything is good. So yeah, that's it for today. And again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. All right guys, that's it for today. So I will show you the last command, which is the shutdown command, which basically shut down the system. So let's do that. So I want the system to shut down in 3 seconds. All right, thank you and see you next time. Have a great day.